Hey guys, I appreciate the answers to the questions I posed in the previous video. I'm kind of liking the idea of building up the material that's there and welding it back to the specifications. Now, this is not something that I'm going to attempt myself by any means. I'm not going to try to weld something that's going to require that kind of expertise to have to get the heat in there to make the weld actually penetrate and be strong enough to withstand the rigors of that, the action that the machine is required to sustain. You're supposed to be able to actuate those gears at 225 maybe 325 RPMs, but they're made to take a hit. Anyway, I'm just not a welder, and nor am I probably someone capable of. Well, I could probably hit it, Let's start all over. Hey guys, just doing a little scraping of the paint here. Trying to get some of those hard to get places. Actually going pretty well. I appreciate the response to my last video as far as answering, some of my concerns, some of my questions, and as far as repairing that, the options are to replace the pin, reinsert a pin and have it just at the right angle, at the right depth, or there's the option of welding material onto the pin and reshaping it, where I think getting it back to its original specifications is probably, I don't know if it's going to be easier or not. It's all a matter of your skill set, I guess. It's all a matter of the skill of the person doing it. Some people could put a new piece in there and get it at the right angle and the right depth without giving it a second thought. That's not me, and that's why I'm not going to do it. Some things you have to farm out. Okay, here's kind of the idea of what it is here. So you got this flat here, and you got this flat here. So when we're going in reverse drive, this flat is going clockwise, and it's going to pick up. Actually, this piece here is going counterclockwise, and it's going to spin around and hit this protrusion and turn this gear, which is going to send the carriage going left to right. So what's happening under high torque situations, this surface is coming around to this surface and skipping right off of it. And you can see this one's a bit rounded, and this here has a bit of wear on it too. I'm wondering if that shouldn't be tigged up a touch as well as this. So that's kind of the situation. Obviously this plate is all the way up against there and it's inside that, and those things are touching each other. So hopefully that's clear. Here's all the external gears on the outside. This is, I forget what these are called, but they're the gears outside of the headstock. So, need to work on getting this detached, and then I can lift the headstock. Now, Chris has a Pratt & Whitney, I think it's Simmons, Chris Simmons, channel of the same name. He told me once I get this cleaned off that I will see the solution. So I think there's another tapered pin on this piece somewhere. And that would be great because I could pull that right off that shaft, and I could get the clutch unit separated from the headstock. Rustinox had a question, and I think George, either George Wachowski or Fred Flintstone answered it clearer than I could probably explain it. So I'm just going to let that be as it is, and hope that he understood their explanation of my problem. So we'll continue with the paint removal. We're probably 70% done with the headstock. And I know this is horrible, but I'm using a carbide scraper, a machine scraper, for pulling this paint off here. But you work with the tools you have, and this is definitely effective. Now I probably should have pulled this paper off before I put the paint remover on it. Somebody suggested putting the paint remover on it and then covering it with saran wrap. Probably a great idea. And I'm going to do that when I get to... Yeah, I should have. Well, you know what? Paper's going to be a bitch to get off either way it goes. That 3M spray cement. There we go, we got most of it. I think I'll come back to that with some paint stripper, because this paint stripper just peels right off if it's penetrated well. Only exception is where they've used what I suspect is like a finishing body filler. plenty to do on here. It's that green stuff that is hard. The blue is no problem. Okay, go ahead and leave your comment. You like red? You like black? You like machine room gray? Battleship gray? I'm thinking I like the Battleship Gray. Had to try the red though. Okay, just wanted to put a short scraping video together. Maybe give an explanation or two. And get your opinion on a color. Alright, guys. We'll have, yeah, no teasers.